If you played Minecraft Pocket Edition way back in the day, then you may remember a very specific item, the Nether Reactor core. For some of you who don't know what this item was, this was used to recreate the Nether, as this was before the Nether was implemented to Pocket Edition, and this would have been way before Windows 10 came out, and way before the Bedrock Edition was even a thing. So you could not go to the Nether whatsoever in that version, so the best way for players to get Nether stuff was to recreate it with a simple block. As you saw from the beginning, in order to get the Nether Reactor core, it's just using 6 iron ingots on the sides and 3 diamonds right down the middle. Then you would get yourself this lovely block. This block was added way back in 0.5, but it was removed in 0.12. In order to make the Nether Reactor core work, you needed to also get some gold block and some cobblestone. Go ahead and place 4 gold on the corners, then grab your cobblestone, go ahead and stick that right around the sides, then place down some cobblestone just like this, then place 4 cobblestone on the corners again, place down 4 gold again, and then you're going to do another cross with cobblestone just like this, place down your Nether Reactor core, and interact, then it recreates the Nether around you, but in a very simple way. We do get ourselves a bunch of Nether related stuff, we got ourselves gold ingots, we got ourselves quartz, but there's also a few other things that are not Nether related, such as sugarcane and even seeds. But you would also get yourself zombie pigmen. These would be very hostile creatures. They would not be peaceful like they are today. And by peaceful, I mean neutral. I'm sorry, I get the two mixed up sometimes. But you'd also notice that the Nether Reactor core is now red. It's also surrounded by this reddish obsidian, which is known as glowing obsidian. And yes, you can actually get these blocks in the game still, but you can't use commands to get them whatsoever. Instead, you have to use inventory editors. But after the Nether Reactor core is all used up, then you'll get yourself a block of obsidian. And the Nether Reactor core, I think it would have disappeared back in the day, but I could be wrong on that. And I think part of the reason why this was removed from the game is 1, the Nether was implemented to the game finally. But also you could grief worlds pretty easily. You can just make a bunch of Nether Reactor cores and then place them all over the place, then spawn in these giant pillars. Like, it was just a big old mess. I'm telling you now, if I was playing the game back then and people griefed me with this, I don't think I would have enjoyed it very much. But I don't know, did people ever use these for griefing? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But however, the Nether Reactor core, this was an add-on created by Amen28. And the next thing we're about to look at is going to be a concept called the Ender Reactor core by Sir Chatton. Sir Chatton went ahead and created up this world, and it has this lovely command block centerpiece. Once you go and click on this button, then you'll be given a few items. We have to make the Ender Reactor core first. So go ahead and throw down an Ender Crystal, grab an Ender Pearl, and throw down a piece of obsidian, and you'll be given the Ender Reactor core. And just like with the Nether Reactor core, we're going to have to recreate that same exact structure that we built before. Instead of using gold blocks, we replaced the gold blocks with obsidian. I would also like to mention that you need to stay in close proximity to the structure, because if you go too far away, then the structure will not load at all. So make sure that you are close to it, because if you're too far away from the command blocks, then it will not work whatsoever. So make sure that you're close to it, which I'm really hoping that someone creates this as an add-on, so that way we won't have that issue. So let's place down our Ender Reactor core, go ahead and interact. I could only get this to work one time. I tried getting this to work multiple times, but no matter how much I tried, and no matter how many copies of this world I made, I just couldn't get it working again. So if you can get it working, then consider yourself very, very lucky. But this is just a concept map, so obviously there is going to be probably some bugs. But once you go ahead and create up the Ender Reactor core, and then you interact, you'll get yourself the structure, which gives you a mini end city. Now, is it as worth it than the Nether Reactor core? No, not really. Is it cool? Yeah, it's really cool. Like, I think this would have been really cool to have before the end was added to the game. Like, just like with the Nether Reactor core before the Nether added, they could have done the same thing for the end. Now within this structure, you will find a mini end city. You'll find yourself a little shulker, so you can kill the shulker if you want to. But once you come up here, you'll find yourself a chest, and you'll find yourself a bunch of loot. If you were to go back to the core, then you will find that it is now using endstone instead of using cobblestone. But with that being said, for the Nether Reactor core, this is a big piece of nostalgia. In the Ender Reactor core, I think it would have been really cool to have if the end wasn't added to the game yet. If you want to get this, then there will be links down below in the description. There will be a link to the add-on by Amen28, and there will be one for the concept by Sir Chat. I would really like to mention that the Ender Reactor core, this can only be used in this world. You cannot transfer it to other worlds, but of course if you had a world editor like Amulet, then you could probably transfer it to your world. The Nether Reactor core by Amen28, that is a simple add-on. you can put that on any world that you want. I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments on what you think of these. And if you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like, subscribe if you're new around here. I hope you have a logical day, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.